Hey everybody, welcome to another Right Handyman Tips and Tricks. So one of the things that we have here in Canada that we're very blessed with is an abundance of natural resources and a low population. One of our most important natural resources is fresh water. We do have a lot of it, that doesn't mean we should waste it. So one thing I've done here is I've installed this valve on my shower. And what I can do is I can restrict the water flow in here and essentially turn it into a low flow shower, or I can even turn it off if you're lathering yourself up or something like that. So a quick experiment I'm going to run today is how much water can I save by having this valve on my shower head? Let's take a look and find out. So in order to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the flow of the water in here with the valve fully open, and then I'm going to show it to you with the valve at where I normally keep it. And then I'm going to basically let it run and fill up the bathtub for 5 minutes at each setting just to see how much difference in water there is in here. Now, for those of you who don't like the industrial look, there are other things you can get. Let me show you what you can get here. So if you don't like that industrial look, you can get a valve like this. It's all chromed up, looks a lot better, and basically just has a big thumb lever on it. You can see in here that basically you're only going to get about half your water flowing through it at maximum, and then when you close it, obviously it just closes right off. So you can use this to restrict your water as well. So I'm going to actually do an experiment with both, and we'll see which one's better. This one's obviously going to look nicer. Will it work any different? Probably not. They're both valves. So let's check this out and see how things go. So this is what I normally have it set at. All right, so I'm going to stick the tub stopper in now and let it go for 5 minutes. Okay, so the water has run for 5 minutes at restricted flow, and I'm going to take two measurements. I'm going to take one here right by the drain, and that is showing me about 2 3/8 inches. I'm going to take another one halfway here, and that is showing me about 1.5 inches. The tub obviously slopes. I want to use the middle measurement to get the volume of water in here so that we can kind of figure out how much we're saving potentially. All right, so let's try this at full blast and see how much water we use. Here's the shower at full blast, going pretty good. So let's put the plug in and see what happens in 5 minutes. Okay, so I've let the full blast one run for the same 5 minutes. I'm going to take the same two measurements here. So right at the drain, I'm getting 3.5 inches. And halfway up the tub, I am getting 2 5/8 inches. So definitely a big change. All right, I've got the fancy new valve installed there. Certainly looks better than the industrial one. It's chrome, it matches, everything looks good. So let's try this thing out and see how well it works. It should work very similar, it's a valve, but let's just give her a shot. Okay, so that's set about where I would normally have my water pressure set. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the plug in, and we're going to give her 5 minutes just like we did before. Okay, so I gave this new valve the same 5 minutes I gave the other ones, and let's measure it here at the stopper. We're 2 5/8, and over in the middle we are at about 1.5. So looking pretty good. Let's try it full open now. Okay, so here's what it looks like full open. And if you remember inside the valve, it looked like it was half restricted because of the way the valve is set up. So we're going to put the plug in and see how well this one does. Okay, so we've let the new valve go at full blast for the same 5 minutes. Let's check our depths here. I'm seeing the same 3.5 at the plug and the same 2 5/8 in the middle. So there you go. Interesting conclusions here.